Hey, welcome to my garden again. So, quick video. This is not a tour. This is a educational video. A common disease called Aster yellows. It affects a lot of different plants. It can affect black-eyed Susans, daisies. Primarily, it's coneflowers. Basically, it's not fascination, where you might get like a mutated, squished bloom. This is a bacterial, disease that is contributed to the leafhopper insect. Now, one of the other arguments that people have is dandelions are great, dandelions are your friend, we need to keep dandelions. I don't spray anything, everything in my property is organic, but I hand pull dandelions. Why, you ask, I pull dandelions? Because dandelions are a host plant for the leafhopper, which carry the disease that causes Aster yellows. So I have more coneflowers. Unfortunately, I have a lot of coneflowers that are affected by Aster yellows. This is a mutation. This is basically how it starts. These are traditional purple, echinacea. This is one of my bunnies. It's not being eaten. It's just a malformed, diseased plant that's producing these flowers. Basically, what'll happen is, if that continues, one, it'll spread to all the rest of my plants, including my black-eyed Susans I have, and some of my other plants. But this is what it really turns into. So you see a mutation coming out of the cone. That's what Aster yellows is. So basically, I need to dig out the plant. Here's another good example. It's a complete mutation of the bloom. There's no way to cure it. You cannot compost it because you'll infect your compost. So you black bag it and put it in the trash. It's unfortunate, but I need to rip these out because I don't, I've added a lot of coneflowers and I don't feel like having to lose them all again. I went through this a number of years ago where I lost all my coneflowers. I had to dig out, I think 12 or 13, fairly mature coneflowers. And I've added a ton, the last year, because I'm, the leap of faith that I'm not going to have a problem. But then down here, in this mature stack, I have another plant, Aster yellows. That's what it looks like. It is not fascination. People can dispute and argue all you want. That's not what that is. Fascination is like you'll have a mutated one bloom, and usually they're squished, or two blooms connected to each other. That is what I'm showing you is Aster yellows. You need to take it out as quickly as you can, throw it out. You cannot plant another coneflower, or I would not recommend planting another coneflower, or planting daisies, or planting black-eyed Susans, or anything in that variety of plant, because unless you can guarantee you've gotten every fiber root out of the ground, because the Aster yellows is infected the entire plant from the root structure to the flower. So if you don't get every single piece out, you could infect what you're now putting in. What I do is I'll dig it up, I'll add organic fungicide into the soil, rototill it, and then I'll add whatever plant that I want to replace it with. So that is my recommendation. Again, having to do this yet again is getting frustrating, but I just love coneflowers. But it is becoming problematic to the point where if it keeps happening, you know, I'm not going to do this again. And I will find other plants, you know, to put in. And, you know, the sad thing is they are native. But if they keep infecting my garden, they're gone. So I just want to give you the PSA for Aster yellows, and give you a heads up of what to do. Thanks for watching.